today I'm sitting down with Vidhi to have a conversation about her experience until now at School of Branding Advertising in NMIMS. She's also working as a professional, as a campaign coordinator at Asset. Okay, so let's dive in. Vidhi, how did you hear about SOBA?
Funny story actually, I never heard about SOBA. I actually applied for the marketing this thing and got into School of Branding and Advertising. Once I read about the course and I read about what all it entails, like event management, that really excited because that's the career path I want to go with. So I started off with SOBA, that's all.
Alright. So Vidhi, why did you join SOBA?
I joined SOBA because my dad was very passionate about me getting a degree, and because this is a specialized degree and it completely matches what I use in my work life. So that's why I joined School of Branding.
That's great. Okay, so how has this college shaped your personal and professional growth as you're already working, which is not the case for everyone? So do you think it has any impact on your current working life, or do you think it's one for the future?
Yeah, of course. Alongside with learning, there's also a lot of relatability. A lot of what I learned in SOBA reflects in my work and reflects in the kind of campaigns I'm doing. Like, here we are taught how to shoot a video and how at what ISO and what aperture and so when I'm into campaign coordinating and when I'm taking videos of celebrities and influencers, I can tell them that okay, I want it at this ISO, I want it at this setting. So I think in those aspects it really helps.
So I think Rishabh sir has been
so the education part of it is really relatable when you're out there and you're actually working. A lot of it is when, like I feel SOBA as an entire course is when creativity meets education. So there's a lot of hands-on learning, there's a lot of practical learning, which I think is quite nice.
That's good, that's good. Okay, so what are some interesting research projects happening on campus?
Right now we are creating a proper social media page for SOBA and for to promote its website, and then we're learning how to market that. We're learning digital marketing, and we recently went to Taliban for making an advertisement for like brands like Manava and Nagin, etc.
How did this college prepare you for your career?
I feel like as I've already started off my career, this college just helps build that along and just helps me build on my career. I feel like having this degree that says NMIMS School of Branding and Advertising is a great pride to have in my work, to tell people that I'm a student from NMIMS.
Okay, so Vidhi, what do you think about the faculty? Do you think that they've added something worthwhile to your career and to your knowledge?
Absolutely, there are teachers like Rishabh sir, Rohan sir that help us in a lot of practical learning. They physically give us cameras and ask us to shoot around the campus, in and around, take us to places and ask us to shoot. For Rohan sir's IC, we've created an actual media plan. The ones that are made like professionally in like my work life also, we've created that. We learn how to draft it and send it. We learn how to make a sponsorship proposal. It's very worthwhile, like learning.
Alright. Okay, so about the non-academics, we all know that SOBA is famous for people who want to do something other than studying, who want to also have a college life. So can you elaborate about the events that SOBA has?
I'm not very closely associated with the events sector of SOBA, but I know that it gives like kids in SOBA like a little knack of what event management is actually like outside in the real world. And I know it's not that much of an exposure, but they get the taste of it, they get the gist of it. They have events like, at the top of my head, there's Rudra, there's Vibhaya, and there's Double Tap, etc.
Okay, so have you not been closely participating in events like these?
Oh no, I barely get the time to participate in events. Like along with my work life, my startup, my college life here, ICAs, I don't get it.
Alright, Vidhi. Okay, so do you think you would recommend joining SOBA to some of the friends or juniors in school?
Absolutely. For students, SOBA is for students that want to have like a very practical, it's not bookish knowledge. You can't sit and you can't write an entire book and then write your exam and pass. No. They make you do PPTs, they make you do live presentations, they make you make short films, they make you do a lot of talking, a lot of which I feel like is really required in the outside world in order to network, in order to grow. I feel like SOBA is the perfect degree for someone who doesn't understand bookish knowledge but understands entrepreneurship as a whole.
Sure, Vidhi. Okay, so Vidhi, how do you think SOBA is evolving?
I believe that SOBA is evolving in a very brilliant way. Recently, we had a meeting with our dean, Mrs. Kiran Desai, and she gathered all of us in the auditorium and she explained to us about the very new, exciting subjects that are going to come into School of Branding and Advertising, which are really required for something that is like branding and advertising. She's adding music, she's adding drama, she's adding theatre and everything. This is like, although it might seem very artsy, I believe, being a theatre student myself from LCME, I believe that it has really, theatre and art, the arts have really helped me improve my confidence, improve being on stage. It really increases your confidence when you're even talking to someone, when you're even trying to have a conversation with someone. Like right now I'm sitting without a script, so briefly talking about SOBA and I think how is that possible? Because of these aspects, because of these activities that your school or your college pushes you to do, and I feel like inculcating those things is just brilliant.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for being our responsibility.